The Dodge brand has long stood as a symbol of American automotive strength, performance, and resilience. Known for its muscular designs, roaring engines, and a legacy built on both racing prowess and street dominance, Dodge has carved out a unique place in car culture. When one hears the name Dodge, images of thundering engines, wide stances, and aggressive styling often come to mind. Among the notable vehicles under the Dodge umbrella, the Charger and Challenger dominate conversations, but the brand's entire lineage tells a deeper story about innovation, passion, and a never-back-down attitude that mirrors the spirit of the American road. Dodge was founded in the early 1900s by brothers John and Horace Dodge, originally as a supplier of parts and assemblies to Detroit-based automakers. Their craftsmanship and reputation for quality quickly made them a trusted name in the industry. In 1914, they launched their first car, the Dodge Model 30. This vehicle offered advanced features for its time, such as all-steel body construction, a 12-volt electrical system, and a sliding gear transmission. It was a bold entrance into a market dominated by Ford's Model T, and it set the tone for the kind of innovation and defiance Dodge would come to represent. As decades passed, Dodge continued to push boundaries. The post-World War II era brought a boom in American car manufacturing, and Dodge was right there in the mix, offering vehicles that combined comfort with power. But it wasn't until the muscle car era of the 1960s and 70s that Dodge fully embraced its identity as a performance-driven brand. The introduction of the Dodge Charger and Challenger during this period marked a turning point. These cars weren't just vehicles, they were statements, with bold lines, massive engines, and the growl of American V8s under the hood. They captured the imaginations of enthusiasts across the nation. The Charger, especially, became iconic. Originally introduced as a fastback version of the Dodge Coronet, it quickly evolved into a performance machine that turned heads at every corner. The 1968 Charger, with its hidden headlights and sculpted body, is often remembered as one of the most beautiful muscle cars ever built. And then there's the Dodge Challenger, a car built to compete with the Ford Mustang and Chevy Camaro, with its aggressive stance and wide range of engine options. The Challenger quickly became a favorite among those who valued speed and style. What truly sets Dodge apart is the brand's unrelenting focus on power. While many automakers have shifted toward efficiency and economy, Dodge has doubled down on raw performance. The modern era brought the rebirth of the Charger and Challenger, and with them, the birth of a new monster, the Hellcat. The Hellcat versions of both cars boasted over 700 horsepower, launching them into the realm of supercars but at a fraction of the cost. Suddenly, everyday drivers could own a vehicle with jaw-dropping power, and that democratization of speed was something uniquely Dodge. The Dodge Hellcat lineup didn't just stop at absurd horsepower, it evolved into something even more unhinged, the Demon. The Dodge Challenger SRT Demon was built for drag racing, and it came with features never before seen on a production car, including a drag mode suspension, trans brake, and even the ability to lift its front wheels off the ground during a launch. It was the fastest quarter-mile production car ever built, and it sent a clear message to the automotive world that Dodge was here to dominate. Even beyond the Hellcat and Demon, Dodge continued to innovate. The Durango SRT Hellcat brought supercharged muscle to the SUV world. The brand was no longer just about coupes and sedans, it was about performance across all categories. Whether it was on the street, at the track, or towing a trailer, Dodge vehicles brought power, presence, and a visceral driving experience that few competitors could match. Dodge's approach to design is also worth noting. The brand has consistently favored bold, aggressive styling that reflects the power under the hood. Wide body kits, hood scoops, racing stripes, and menacing front faces all contribute to a look that's unmistakably Dodge. These aren't cars designed to blend in, they're meant to stand out. This visual aggression is a major part of why Dodge has remained relevant and admired in an increasingly homogenized auto market. Of course, Dodge's success isn't just about performance and looks. The brand has cultivated a loyal fan base that's deeply passionate. From car clubs to online communities, Dodge enthusiasts share a bond forged by shared appreciation of the brand's values. Dodge knows this, and they embrace it. The brand's marketing campaigns often reflect the language and attitude of their fans, rebellious, bold, and unapologetically proud of their vehicles. Looking ahead, Dodge faces the same challenges as every other automaker: electrification, environmental regulations, and changing consumer preferences. However, they've made it clear that the future will still be exciting. Dodge is not abandoning its roots. Instead, it's looking to merge its high-performance legacy with cutting-edge technology. The upcoming electric Dodge muscle cars promise to deliver the same thrills as their gas-powered predecessors, just with a different kind of propulsion. This transition is being handled in the uniquely Dodge way. Instead of quietly phasing out V8s and muscle, the brand is celebrating them. Limited edition models, send-off editions, and special trims ensure that fans have a chance to own a piece of history before the next chapter begins. Dodge is not turning its back on its heritage. Instead, it's preserving it while preparing to redefine it. What's remarkable is how Dodge continues to capture the imagination of both young and old. Classic Chargers and Challengers are still revered and restored lovingly, while modern versions light up social media with drag strip videos and burnouts. The brand's storytelling, attitude, and sheer presence have created a culture that goes far beyond the cars themselves. Dodge represents a mindset of belief in freedom, power, and the thrill of the drive. From its humble beginnings as a parts supplier to becoming a titan of American performance, Dodge has shown time and time again that it's not afraid to stand out. In a world that's increasingly moving toward conformity, Dodge dares to be different. Whether it's with the scream of a supercharged engine or the aggressive stance of a wide-body Challenger, the brand continues to inspire awe, admiration, and a little bit of fear from anyone who dares to challenge it. In conclusion, Dodge is more than just a car manufacturer, it's a cultural icon. It represents the enduring allure of speed, the beauty of mechanical muscle, and the freedom of the open road. Its story is still being written, but one thing is certain: as long as there are people who crave performance, power, and passion, Dodge will have a place in the heart of America and the hearts of gearheads around the world. The legacy lives on not just in the rumble of an engine, but in the spirit of everyone who drives a Dodge.